Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General and Permanent Ambassadors of the United Nations. I come before this 76th General Assembly in my capacity as de facto President of the Palestinian Islamic State, which is no longer called the Palestinian National Authority, because General Assembly in my capacity as de facto President of the Palestinian Islamic State, which is no longer called the Palestinian National Authority, since on the 9th of September of this year we declared the independence of our nation, in which Mr. Mahmoud Abbas, the members of his government and the members of the Palestinian National Council were removed from office. So I must begin my speech before this General Assembly by narrating the facts by which I assume de facto supreme command of the Palestinian state, which has been declared Islamic. First of all, we have dismissed these officials for not even complying with 1% of the provisions of the Palestinian National Charter, and that, Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General and ambassadors of the member countries of the UN, has been more than justified, since they betrayed the spirit, purpose and reason of our national essence, which is none other than to fight for the return to our state of the territory that in an undue and unconsulted manner this General Assembly, through Resolution 181, took from us the land that belongs to us and whose possession we have had since time immemorial, violating the principle of uti possidetis iris. Today in this General Assembly, in a public way, we claim our 25,000 square kilometers of territory, and we announce before the international community that our state declares that the borders of the Islamic State of Palestine are demarcated with Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt and the Mediterranean Sea, and that we do not recognize the international legal person of the State of Israel, because we consider that it is an invader of our territory and we declare it as an internal enemy. This is the situation that the people who preceded me in office as ruler of Palestine did not dare to denounce and say that Palestine is indivisible and belongs to the Palestinians, and that there is no boundary treaty with Israel, nor will there ever be one. We do not recognize them legally, and they must hand over all the land and infrastructure that they have been arbitrarily holding by reason or force, that is, by hook or by crook. Today I bring to my mind the hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, among them my parents, who were expelled from their lands by force and under the order of Zionism. Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, and representatives accredited to this body, we wish you to understand this as a declaration of war, which is perfectly established in Articles 8, 9 and 10 of the Palestinian National Charter. This declaration of war cannot be understood as a violation of the United Nations Charter on the subject of peace. On the contrary, we have not had peace since 1948. There has been no peace in our land. This is the moment when we are going to achieve it through war. This is the message. Our united people will arm and fight until they achieve their main objective, to expel the Zionist enemy from our territory, and we want them to know that at the forefront of this great battle will be Ali Muhammad, who speaks to you here by the hand of Allah, because I have sworn that my pulse will not tremble to lead my people to achieve the greatest victory for Allah, for my Prophet Muhammad and for history, because in this struggle we are all, and no one will be left out. All Palestinians will go out to defend their homeland with sticks, stones, arrows and spears, because this will be our great motto, because we will fight until the end for Allah, for our Prophet, for our Arafat and for our people. We will win.